The sun is setting today here at Homestead Miami Speedway as we are here for race number 19 of the season. Boy, oh boy, going to be quite first show here that's going to go around here at Homestead there. So, cannot wait what's going to happen. So, let's get you down to your starting lineup in just a second here. So, on the pole, we have Kyle Keith, which is not popping up. Okay. Next to him, Jessica Shelton. Third, Dylan Potey. Fourth, Daniel Olson. There we go. Now it pops up. Fifth, Zachary Fitzwater. Sixth, Joshua Sicoli. Seventh, Keith Batson. Eighth, Trent Dunham. Ninth, Michael Wong. Completing the top 10 is Brett Pritchard. Here's the rest of your starting lineup from 11th on back. Which will tangle up right there. There we go. Here we go. So here's the rest of the lineup. And on the final row, we have Eric Burden and Scott Roush. So, Kyle Keith, we'll talk about him in a minute real quick. Here come the points after Dubai. Which they are as follows. And Seth Cole, having the points lead, he could clinch. If he gets a really good run, get the rest of your top 10 in a minute because we're about ready to get the command to fire the engines here.
Drivers, start your engines.
So we'll let the field roll on by and then we'll look at the top 10 of points. But real quick, Kyle Keith got a special Napa scheme. This will be his last race of the season. And then Dylan Young will be taking over the 42 for the remainder of the season. What a way to do it in style, but all 42 cars rolling on off. Seth Cole, wow, I almost said Seth Qualls. Seth Cole has the points lead over James Qualls, who's second, Jessica Shelton third, Trent Dunham fourth, Sky Commons fifth, Johnny Gardner sixth, JT Bryan seventh, Zachary Fitzwater jumped up to eighth, ninth, Alex Riley completed the top 10, Anthony McCurry. That's your top 10 in points. And green flag is underway here at Homestead. Just got in the nick of time, too. Well, Kyle Keith, who's had a miserable season, he wants to at least end this race in style, probably with a win. Nothing has been going right for that 42 team, and they're just throwing in the towel and just saying, screw it. We'll see you next season. As he'll lead a lap right there. He's currently dead last in the points. It's just everything that's been going wrong for that 42 team this season has been going wrong, and it's just not been going great. Now look at Jessica Shelton going 3 wide for position. This will allow Dylan Potey to get the advantage on the inside line. At least he's going to try to. And we'll take that lead. Now Shelton, as Kyle Keith's going to slip back. Now here comes Zachary Fitzwater. Whoa, he made a little bit of contact with Dylan Potey, and he's going to lead that lap. 4 wide for second. That's a bit dangerous right there, and they're going to keep it together. Other hometown hero for this race is this battle up in the front's really heating up. We're going to quickly find Cody in that red Florida Panthers car. If you noticed all the other Florida races that we've been to, he's ran the white and red. Well, because this is his actual home track, what he considers it to be, he's got the red and white. He's a big diehard Florida Panthers fan, so that's the way how it goes for the schemes. And well, right now, Fitzwater trying to look for 3 wins this season. Keith Batson the second, Dylan Potey, Daniel Olson, top 4 single file. And Kyle Keith's going to get out of that situation between Shelton and Dunham and Michael Walton. Michael Walton, if you're curious about what's happening with him, there's some big news. Now, he's not coming back to Cup. However, he will be back in NRSL competition by the Xfinity Series. will be driving the 21. Single car team for MWR. Driving Menards. So his Cup tenure will end. Hopefully he can at least run for one more championship in the Cup Series. And a battle for the lead between Zachary Fitzwater and Keith Batson. So far, the racing's actually been pretty good. This has kind of been the same from what's happened in the Xfinity Series. Just, oh man, nearly 4 wide at times. Sketchy. Oh man, Kyle Keith had to let off on the throttle right there. You seen, because once he did that, checked himself up on that inside line. It's going to allow Dylan Pote to try to battle for that position. They're going to battle behind. It's Trent Dunham there. It's Charles Sanford, James Qualls. Oh, man, they're nearly 5 wide right there. Ron Bishop. Somehow they're keeping it together. I'm actually amazed how. Someone just trying to get out of that scenario, and it's like a highway right there. Everyone's just battling their own lane. However, Fitzwater continuing the lead. Keith Batson, Daniel Olson, possible battle for second between the Mustang and the Fusion. I'll give credit to Kyle Keith there in that 42. He's not going away quietly there, and he's actually using one of the preferred lines that's there at Homestead, outside of the inside line. That dark pavement that's there, that dark patch you're seeing on the track, that's kind of one of the lines you want to be in there. If you don't, you're not there, then you're not going to really get a lot of passing. Because see, you could, right there, Michael Walton used that part of the patch, and he's been able to pass Jessica Shelton right there for position. Or at least is trying to. That battle for second really still heating up there. They are not giving up. Olsen just trying to do what he can to get around that 39. Olsen now trying to finally clear that 39 car with the help of Dylan Pote. He will do so, and Pote said, well, you had your fun, buddy. Time to go to the back. Or at least get that second position. Now Pote trying to get that position, but still behind the 59 of Zachary Fitzwater. He is enjoying what he is seeing. The more that they battle, the more this will help him out. And a not bad day for KAB there. As you see, notice Kat Batson just hanging around outside of the top 10. She just passed Kyle Keith for position. And now is trying to pass Charles Sanford, Michael Walton in a 3-wide scenario there. Qualls second in the points. Good run tonight will clinch him a spot in that chase for the championship. I guarantee he does not want to rely on that wild card factor, but where he's at, he's second in the points. Only a total of 21 back from the points leader, Seth Cole, which we'll look in a minute because, man, these battles have been really strong tonight. Shelton now clearing Olsen for third. Keith Batson. Now Trent Dunn trying to go underneath. Qualls with another consistent run. Let's find Seth Cole in the 33. There he is, last scored 19th. Just got a pack in front of him there that's really been battling like crazy. But Spellman hanging around the top 20, you can see. Phil Parker, the same with him. Ron Bishop in the 88. Nice move by Spellman, and Ron Bishop, look at Ron go through the middle 4 wide. Wow, he went 3 for 1 right there getting that spot. Holy cow, nice move by the 88. You just seen that there, folks. That's how you pass people. Nice move by both drivers. So they're trying to get into the top 10. Notice Eric Byrne was starting in 41st there. Let alone Scott Roush, who started dead last. He's almost in the top 20 right there. And for Ron Bishop, he would love his son / teammate RJ Bishop to get up there with him. Battle for that 9th position between Joshua Sicoli and Kat Batson. Still heating up. Kyle Keith back into the top 10. I'll tell you about Qualls. Outside of his win, That 70 team has probably been the most consistent driver that you could see before getting that win. He's had an average finish of under 15. I think, what was it, before this race, a 14.7. And here he is with another good run in the top 10. Now he's battling with, he's under fire from Kyle Keith there. Or at least trying to get 7th from him, but going to tuck back in line. Battle for the lead, Dylan Poteet, Zachary Fitzwater, Jessica Shelton. Now, it's crazy and hard to believe is that Jessica Shelton, outside of her Daytona 500 win, is that she has not had any other opportunities to get a second win except for 2 races. And those 2 races, she still ended up finishing in the podium, I believe. Shelton, however, though, not going to give up without a fight. She's still been, ever since the 500, in the top 10 in points. That's the best we've ever seen since, I think it was Clint Spillman when he won his Daytona 500, and he was still up there in that, battle for the championship. Poteet now clears Fitzwater. Now Shelton wanting to take the lead. Look at Keith Batson trying to take the lead. Nearly 4 wide for that top position. Fitzwater nearly hanging in that corner panel in that Caterpillar Chevrolet. And we'll tuck back in line. That outside line on that back straight getting a powerful run. And wow, Keith Batson checked up Trent Dunham right there. And look at Joshua Sicoli. That's probably one of the strongest cars that you can see here, because that 54 has been flying his way up through the front, picking off cars one by one. That is probably the strongest car tonight. Unbelievable. I think he started also in the mid-20s. Let's see who's had the fastest lap so far. That's been Jeffrey Finguy with a 28.317. Michael Walton actually second fastest on the board. Ron Bishop 5th. Keith Batson 3rd. Clint Spillman is 6th. You see that 24 where he's at right there. Sheldon is 7th. RJ Bishop 8th. So not a bad showing for speed on Bishop Racing there. Bishop Family Racing. Whoa! Charles Sanford, Scott Roush. Oh, they go back up and they keep it together. How in the world did they save it? Wow, Scott Roush and Charles Sanford, they about nearly wrecked each other twice. They keep it together. And the battle for the lead back ensuing. Sheldon led that lap. Now Fitzwater wanting to take the lead back, trying to be a 3-time winner. Look at Poteet trying to use the middle. 4 wide behind. Man, Homestead definitely not disappointing at all. And Fitzwater trying to clear the 0-2, who goes way to the high line. Well, loosely, now Dylan Poteet trying to take the lead coming to the line. And Poteet's going to lead that lap. Wow, he told Fitzwater, I don't think so. You're not going to lead that lap. And look at Dunham. Look at Sicoli. I'm telling you, that is the strongest car tonight, folks. That car's been picking apart cars one by one. Look at Sheldon through the middle. Holy cow. I'm telling you, if you get a good run on that middle groove right in that patch, that is your strong suit. You will have a good run. Now Poteet still out in front. We are past halfway. And don't forget, if we stay caution-free, we will have green flag pit stops. Rather surprising it's actually not been a wreck fest with this race rather than how it was in the past seasons, because even though we were in a different mod, still... Oh, never mind! I spoke too soon! Caution's out! It's RJ Bishop and Sky Commons! I believe they have taken the yell. Yes, and oh, and there's a huge crash going on by. Eric Burton, Jeffrey Finguy, Kyle Keith. Oh my goodness, that is just cursed luck right there. The pole sitter for the race, in his final start to the season, he's going to get involved. Oh, man, that is a tough, tough break for that 42 team. And now they're going to try to head down pit road. Man, they just had a huge checkup, and Eric Burton just got some damage. Ember Ross with damage. John Art with damage. They're trying to figure out where they are in line here. I think, yeah, 37th, which is Quentin Moore, and 38th, Jeffrey Finguy. They're trying to get around Rogers and Gardner, but NRSL officials are trying to tell them to go around. Meanwhile, the leaders are down pit road. Where are these guys? Oh, they're turn 2. They got to figure this out, and I don't know what they're doing there. Pit road already being calamity. James Quall's got some damage right there in the 70. Oh, look out! Wow, huge checkup. I don't know what that was about. Oh, look out. Man, pit road not being friendly here tonight. He has a small buckle on the hood and some right side damage you could see on the Castrol GTX Chevrolet. Definitely not what he needed as Qualls. How did those drivers get situated? Yes, they did. Now they got to get going quickly because they got to make their pit stop and they got to beat out the leaders. Because if you notice, that pace car is rounding turn 3, so yeah, they realize that too. And Finguy and Quentin Moore, they're out and away. Connor Meyer out and away. They're going to remove the hood on Ember Ross. There's Johnny Gardner, John Art. They're getting out. Zach Rogers getting out, so no one's going to be trapped a lap down, but we do have drivers out of the race. James Quall's going to have to come back down pit road to repair that damage. That's second in points. Definitely not what he needed at all. Caution's out. Dylan Pote, your leader. Let's take a look at ourselves. Our first caution for tonight's race. Well, we were looking at Sky Commons in car number 17, and this is what's going to start. It was right behind Qualls. JT Bryan just got into him in that left corner panel, and that's just the recipe for disaster. Bryan actually hooked him again, and it sent him right into Ron Bishop. Oh, and just got clipped. Oh, man, right there. I think that was Kyle Keith right there. Yes, that was. Wow, that just... You know, that has been the summary of his season in a nutshell. Just can't seem to get around everyone. And Connor Meyer going to get involved right there. Scott Roush, who was dead last in the race. He started dead last. There's Quentin Moore, Jeffrey Finguy, Ember Ross, Audrey Baranowski, Zach Flickinger go all in the way in the grass. Got a little bit of a scrape right there. Kev Shear ran the back of Zach Rogers. Joshua Osborne got a little bump from Gardner. There's Eric Burton in the 20. Now go to Ron Bishop in the 88. Now you can see when Commons got sent around, we'll probably see also Kyle Keith getting involved right here for those that just missed it. Yeah, it's clicking right there. Kyle Keith was just trying to find a way to get around that 17, but just that smoke was right in front of him. He just had nowhere to go. Hudson also got a piece of it right there, you see. Man, somehow Cap Batson got around that one. Well, Ron Bishop was sliding right in front of the field. Oh, no. Cody Lamas is going to get involved. And there goes both the Florida drivers getting involved in this one. And then Cody just pushes Ron Bishop around. That was the only cars right there getting involved, but tough break right there. And, well, for Kyle Keith, this season, that's going to mark an end to it right there for that 42 team. Dylan Young will be there for the rest of the season. Definitely not the way that Keith wanted to end his season, let alone just have what he had this season in general, but it's just nothing going right at all for the team, and man, they just threw the towel and said, screw it. Caution's out for the first time tonight. Let's take you back to the green. Pace car just went down pit road. His green flag is back underway. We'll get your top 10 rundown right now, which is Dylan Pote, your leader. Joshua Sicoli, second. Trent Dunham, third. Jessica Shelton, fourth. Clint Spillman, fifth. Michael Walton, sixth. Daniel Olson, seventh. JT Bryant, eighth. Cap Batson, ninth. Completing the top 10, Zachary Fitzwater. Out of the race after that incident, they include the following of Eric Burton. James Qualls, surprisingly out of the race in 41st, and Kyle Keith at 40th. That's a huge blow to second in the points. So now the question remains for James Qualls, what about the drivers that are around him and that are in that 10th position there? And like drivers like Zachary Fitzwater, you know, they need Fitzwater to stay in that top 10, but man, I don't know what even to say after all that. I'm actually surprised that made him retire out of the race. But Pote running away with that lead is Sicoli, who had the strongest car before that caution. He is now slipped back like a rock, and he is just losing position. He is free falling to the back. Now Shelton, Trent Dunham, 4 wide behind, and now 3 wide between Spillman, Walton, and Fitzwater. Oh man, Fitzwater slid off the corner a bit and checked up a few drivers right there. I thought that was Eric Byrne. Look at Kyle Matthews in that 09 having a great run right there. All that's 3 cars hanging around that top 15 right there. Well, finally a good run for Clint Spillman, the 24, not having a good season at all. And he's thinking about peeking 3 wide right there through the middle. That's what exactly he's doing. He wants that lead off Dylan Pote. How badly does that 24 want to win? I can already tell he wants that badly. Whoa, Sheldon and Walden, a little bit of contact. All still behind that Caterpillar Chevrolet of Dylan Pote. Now look at Spillman using the high line to get out of that 4 wide mess right there. Or at least thinking about 4 wide. I think this is where Sheldon's going to get that run off that middle right there. Let's see if she's going to get it. Oh, not so fast. But look at Kat Batson trying to work underneath, or at least through that pack. But, man, she got stuck behind some cars, and Spillman tagged the wall. Now look at Olsen going for second. Look at Zachary Fitzwater coming in through there. 4 wide for second. Oh, man, that's not going to work. Look at him, 4 wide coming into 3. Look at the 4x4 just about. Holy moly. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Are they going to make this work? They are going to make this work. Oh my goodness. This is unbelievable. 8 to go. And man, look at them racing here at Homestead with just a handful of laps to go. I'll be amazed if they try 5 wide. I know it ain't going to work, but I will be amazed if they try it. And they're going to settle it back out now, but oh my goodness gracious. Talk about some insane racing right there. And wisely, Sheldon's going to back out of it. Now she's back in another 4 wide. This is still behind Dylan Pote, who is yet to win this season. Keep in mind, both Tweenix racing cars are in the top 10. I think, let alone top 5. Pote, who didn't even have a chance to defend his championship last season. Lost it, Jackie Tang took over. This season could probably make the chase. 6 to go. Look at Walton on the outside of Daniel Olson, trying to take that second position. How about both the KAB cars there? Inside that top 10 right there, nearly in the top 5. Keith trying to work with Kyle Matthews to get that second position off of Walton and Olson. But they know the time is ticking. They got to make sure they get ahead so they can battle that 31 because no one's been able to battle them ever since this restart. And look at Spillman and Fitzwater. They're not going away quietly. A little bit of contact between Matthews and Olsen. He almost went up into Michael Walton. Now Matthews slips up the course. Holy cow. And somehow they keep it together. They are going to go 5 wide off the turn. Oh, for a brief second. Oh, contact, bounce around, and there they go. Trent Dunham's around, and the caution will be out. Whoa, Fitzwater slides up. Oh, they're crashing heavily there. And I think that's going to end the race right there. Coming off down the back straight into turn 3. Dylan Pote in the Caterpillar Chevrolet. Once he actually led on that restart, he did not look back and come with the line. We'll lead with 3 to go. I think that's going to end the race. Trent Dunham. Oh, Zach Flickinger, who's in his new scheme for the rest of the year with the exception of the Pocono, or actually, for the rest of the season there. He's involved. Oh, Jeffrey Finn got involved yet again. I think those were the only cars that got involved. I think Benjamin Miles may have gotten a little piece of it too. But we are on 3 laps to go. And I think it's safe to say this will end the race. Trent Dunham coming on down pit road. Posey out in front. Kyle Matthews second. Keith Batson third. Clint Spillman fourth. And Michael Wallen completing your top 5. Zachary Fitzwater was the one to keep an eye on. He is in 7th. We are on 2 laps to go right now. Dunham on down pit road. That's another driver in the top 10 in points. And I think that's not a bad news for James Qualls because Dunham was lower than him in the points. I think he was 4th or 5th. But Dylan Posey out in front. Let's take a look at ourselves. Our second and final caution because we are on 2 laps to go and the lights are still on. Well, you got to give a call to these drivers. They definitely put on a show for these fans. Look at this here. They were 5 wide coming around here. And at a point, they were 4x4 coming off the turn. But you can tell, I said it word for word. I'd be amazed they tried 5 wide. I think they heard me and they said, hold my beer, watch this. And, well, I think that turn really took it into fruition. Waldman, Olsen, you see, they get out of it. But then you see Trent Dunham, Cap Batson, and Clint Spillman. They're all right there. They make a little bit of contact. And then around they go. Look at Wall get involved in the wall, but he did not come down pit road. Lucky break. Trent Dunham is around. Now there's the yellow. I'm just looking here if anybody else... Oh, Sicoli bounced off the wall there. But if like anyone else hit the 1 car, I think from what we were getting word of, the 96 did. Kev Shear's going to avoid right there. Oh, Finn guy was the one that did. Wow, he hit him hard. And, yeah, Zach Flickinger. I think Sky Comments, he checked up, but just nudged the 1 right there. Tough break right there for those drivers. And Finn guy took a hard lick right there into Trent Dunham. He actually got the 1 airborne. Almost got him stuck on the track, but there you see Zach Rogers, Ember Ross. Connor, they both avoiding that one there. And then Connor Meyer as well. They're all going to get some spots after all that. Which actually, I'm curious. What's up with Meyer? I don't even think he has damage. I think he came down pit road. But what a race this has been. Unbelievable. I think it's safe to say Dylan Poteet's going to be victorious here at Homestead. We will find out shortly if that is the case. Well, this is the last lap here. We're on the white flag lap, and Dylan Poteet on cruise control. And, it is kind of funny that you think about it. The Season 5 champion didn't make the chase at all. I think this is safe to say. I think this will guarantee him a chance at making the chase for the championship. Not only with a great second-half car, but, of course, getting that win that he desperately needed. So now, I think... Tweenix Racing has actually won both with both cars there. But off the final turn, Dylan Poteet, car number 31, the Caterpillar Chevrolet, going to have a good victorious second half run. Checker flag in hand. And Poteet's going to win here at Homestead, Miami, and securing him a spot definitely for sure in that battle for the championship. Congratulations to Dylan Poteet out of Tweenix Racing for getting the job done. And unbelievable. Unbelievable how this has been. Let's get the rest of the top 10. We're going to mention your top 5. Daniel Olson will come away 6th. That has been unbelievable right there. And 7th place, Zachary Fitzwater. That is what the wildcard people needed to see there. That is a good sign right there. Now, you got to remember, Zach Flickinger, he got involved. He was one of the drivers that was in that wildcard battle. Alex Drayton was the other one. We'll find Drayton in a bit. 8th was Sicoli. 9th was Shelton, completing the top 10. RJ Bishop in that 98. Drayton ended up 13th right there. That's a good sign right there because he was actually pretty deep in that battle there, but unbelievable, though. Well, there's that right there. Stick with Dylan Poteet. Here's the rest of your results. As you can see, we'll go from 11th through 20th. Cap Batson will come away 11th. Nearly a top 10 effort, but that will definitely be a big booster right there in the standings there for that 58 team. Charles Samper will come away 12th. Alex Drayton 13th, like we mentioned. Anthony McCurry 14th. Didn't even talk about McCurry or Anderson. They came away top 15. Alex Ferranti in 16th. 17th, Phil Parker. 18th, Levi McIntyre. Not bad effort for those guys. Didn't even talk about them at all. They came away right there. JT Bryant 19th. And Scott Roush, who started 41st. He'll come away 20th. A great run for that 18 team. They had a battle tooth and nail through traffic and all, and that's where they ended up. A good run overall there. So Seth Cole, your points leader, will come away 21st after all this there. And find some other notables we'll mention in a bit, but there's the bottom right there. So now comes the big one there. Is Dunham actually retired due to no fuel, probably fuel leak there. Let's look at those points again here. So let's just find our top 10. We mentioned about Seth Cole and James Qualls, Jessica Shelton, Trent Dunham. That's a big blow for him. He was 4th in the points. Johnny Gardner, Sky Commons. Johnny Gardner, you end up 22nd. Sky Commons in the 17. He came away 33rd. Fitzwater, documented about him. Alex Ferranti, Anthony McCurry. They were the two drivers in that pivotal 9th and 10th. They were only separate. Actually, 8th through 9th were separated by a few points. And Levi McIntyre was 11th. Dylan Poteet was 12th in the points. Oh boy, that's going to be interesting right there, because if you remember, Dylan Poteet, according to what we have here on our standings chart, wow, he was 72 points. Wow, from 8th place to 12th, they were only separated by 5 points. Or actually, yeah, 5 points right there. That's unbelievable. So I think it's safe to say Dylan Poteet's going to get into the top 10. Zach Flickinger was trying to get into the top 10, but with that bad run, that's going to really take a toll right there. Alex Drayton's going to gain some points, probably off of Charles Samper. Ember Ross, definitely. Same with Eric Burton and Nathan Hudson. I doubt Zach Flickinger. Because behind Olsen, who's 20th in the points on down, is like 20 points and above. So, yeah, that's definitely a bit of a pressure point right there. Now, here's the thing right here, and I want to mention this very clearly. Say another driver who's got 2 wins jumps into the top 10, like just, I'm going to throw a rabbit in the hat and say Zach Flickinger. Alex Drayton would get in, then the first driver with a win, that would be Nathan Hudson from what would be shown right here, or Eric Burton. Now, that will probably change because of what will happen when we come into Thornton. But from what I'm seeing, I think we can safely say Seth Cole, Jessica Shelton, they're going to get in. Same with Zachary Fitzwater. But we'll find out more once we get the full standings and all. Once they'll be at the end of the video. And if I were you guys that would be watching the premiere mode, you better be watching those points very carefully, because there could be a whole lot changing that I may not be saying right now. But I think it's safe to say what those drivers I mentioned, they are definitely in the lock of in the battle for the championship. So thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to, be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts, subscribe if you're part of the NRSL by hitting that subscribe button down below. We'll see you guys later for Thor in the regular season finale, the crazy road course that has the turn of death. Till then, this is your boy D Young signing off here from Homestead. Until then, see you guys later. Peace. Here come the points at the end like always. Until then, see you in Illinois for that regular season finale.